What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm just doing my makeup. So, kind of a do my makeup with me kind of video while I talk to y'all real quick. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not, thank you for coming back. Um, so y'all, I've been doing reflecting. Um, and again, I told y'all when I add these stories in, this is not to bash anybody or make anybody look bad, right? But I know it's gonna have depending on what the situation is. People gonna form their own opinions. That's fine. Um, these stories I'm literally just telling them because I'm kind of like low key remembering certain things. I don't know if when I was a kid, because it has been a tad bit of trauma. I had forgot some of these stories, but I just like to share. I like to talk about them. It's what happened. It's a part of my life. It is what it is. I'm just putting it out there. But I was talking to my uncle, and I remember this story that, like, y'all, I was so naive. I was so oblivious to a lot of things, and it was really because the way I viewed family. I'm not gonna say viewed as if I don't view it no more. No, the way I viewed family, it was not reciprocated in my family. And so I'm looking at everybody with like a different set of eyes than the way that they was looking at me. And it wasn't until I was out of the situation and really God had to kind of just, how sometimes you gotta go through the hard stuff to be able to wake up. This was one of those hard headed moments. Not because I didn't want to listen. It's just I think my mind doesn't go to some places that other people's minds go to. So a lot of the times I'm not thinking like those people. Like I don't understand how people can get to certain places that they get to. So for like example, because I'm kind of rambling, but I don't understand how people can be jealous of another person. I've never been jealous of nobody else. Like if I've seen whether it was a friend of mine or not, if I seen somebody have something and I wanted it, it was simply that. It was like, oh, I want that. I wonder how they got that. But not, I wonder how they got it. I'm ready to go do whatever to get it from them or to tarnish, get next to them and to tarnish their name. Like I don't understand to this day how people get there. And that just really, like, that's one of the things because I don't resonate with that. I don't be looking for that in situations. I'm gonna put it like that. So when if I come across that with, other girls or women or whatever, I mean, now I'm able to recognize it for exactly what it is without making any type of excuse for the person. But usually I would give a certain amount of grace, which is why I say it was kind of low key naive because I see what's going on, but I still choose to believe something different, rather than just believing what they showed me. um, but with life come experiences, and in those experiences, you either gonna learn the lesson or you ain't. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, when it comes to certain girls and women and stuff like that, I've always kind of just been low key to myself, play the background type of stuff. I never wanted to be in the forefront. Um, but even that sometimes bother people. It's like being at a job, y'all, and people just be irritated that you don't talk to them. You come in, you can literally come in and speak to everybody and say hello. But the moment you ain't engaging in conversation with somebody, now they irritated with you. They want to stir up some stuff with you. When I tell you the spirits that be in those office jobs, Lord have mercy on my soul. Them things is something serious. I used to keep to myself thinking everything was gonna be fine the whole time. They still pop, and I'm like, I ain't even done nothing to y'all because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to nobody. So it's like that. Like, and that's not even the story I wanted to tell y'all. I ramble so much. It's crazy, but yeah. So my mind doesn't go to where some women minds go to, and I just be so confused how it gets there. So I was naive a lot when I was younger. Um, and not just from age. Like obviously, when you're a certain age, you're gonna be naive anyway because you don't really know nothing. You ain't been through nothing. But this is pertaining to family. I was very blinded to a lot of the stuff that they did, regardless if it was right there in my face. Sidebar, y'all. This tinted hydration I think it was called a tinted moisturizer. This thing matches my skin tone perfectly. It's like the Denesamyrex, and I love Denesamyrex. But this one matches really, really well too, as y'all can see. And I love this the tint. I've been loving skin tints for a long time now. Because I just don't like the heavy feel on my face. I never really did, even when I was younger. So for the longest, sometimes I would just do powders. I wouldn't even do like the whole liquid foundation because it was just so many layers you had to do. But now, um, the space I am in now, I really love tinted moisturizers or just something that's very thin. But anyway, y'all. So this story is how I'm not gonna say that. What should I say? That? I'm not. I was gonna say, should I say that name? But anyway, I'm just gonna put it out there. It ain't that deep. I'm just telling a story. If you happen to be involved, you should have did what you did. But nah, yeah, this is the time I never really paid attention, like I said, to um jealousy or anything like that, like towards me. But this is when I seen it when I had my first daughter, right? This was 10 years ago now. I was already like I was trying to do YouTube here and there. Now I had started YouTube way back when like over 10 years, more than 10 years ago. Um when like the tutorials and all of that stuff was first coming up with the OG girls, the OG girlies that was out here doing makeup tutorials and hair tutorials and stuff like that. But then life kind of hit, so I had to kind of stop. Anyway, I was trying to do sporadic here and there around 2016. So I told myself I was like, oh, I'm gonna start kind of low key like vlogging a little bit, and I wanted to vlog me telling my mom and my sister that I was pregnant. And y'all, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that because Lord, so I got all of this on camera, y'all, and basically, I had I don't know if I went. I think I might have went to them last, or they might have been my first stop. I don't remember. But at this point, my sister was still living with my mom. Um, and I remember I came in like we was going to the store because I wanted to do. I think I seen something on Pinterest where they did like these like the booties inside of like a Chinese food carton, and I wanted to do that and like surprise my mom. And I'm like, she always kind of just been off of me, but I at least thought like, okay, I know how feels about babies. I know how maybe you'll feel a little different if I'm telling you something about a baby. So my husband at the time, I told him not to come in because she had issues with him for absolutely no reason. She just didn't like him. What it is. So I was like, let me just do this on my own. So I come in. I'm like, hey, um, I wanted to show y'all something. Um, it's a surprise, this, that, and the third, right? So, y'all, I come in, I do my whole spiel, I give it to her, she opens it. Mind you, y'all, from the beginning, she already had a look on her face like, what is it? Right? So I should have just left there, but I was like, nah, let me still, continue for the plot. Sidebar real quick. This is me putting I don't have no powder, y'all. I don't have no powder to set my face. So I use the powder that like to stop you from getting oily. I had used that on the parts where I put the tinted moisturizer. Don't judge me, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do because I gotta get some more powder. I ran out. Anyway, so I come in there, I give her the stuff. She goes, she already had a look like, what is it? And I'm like, it's a surprise. I got the happy face, this and that. And she comes out, she's like, oh, you pregnant? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, trying to like kind of play it off like, damn, girl, give me a little bit more energy. And she was like, oh, congratulations. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Dad, that's all y'all got? Like, you can't give me nothing else? She was like, well, what you expect? She was like, well, what you expect? I'm looking like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You cannot catch a break, man. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, and you just talk about what you expect. And then had the nerve to say, I know you ain't think I was going to be happy, or I was supposed to be happy, something along those lines. I'm like, I can't win for losing for nothing, y'all. And it's funny now, and to be honest, I don't even know if I expected anything different. I think I might have been shocked if it was something different, but for the fact of like just the moment, the setting, I'm your first daughter, all of those things don't count for nothing. She was just cold hearted towards me. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, dang, y'all know how to ruin the mood. But what I really paid attention to was my sister. Now, me and my sister was always tight. Like, to me, in my head, we was always cool. We never had no issues like that for real. So I was expecting her to jump for joy too, and she just was like it was a congratulations, but it was you could tell it was fake, but I didn't even peep it at the time. Like I just kind of put it both together. Like, dang, y'all dry with the congratulations. And then I still stayed for like a couple more minutes, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go. Cause after you just said, I hope you don't think I'm supposed to be happy. I was like, all right, you done killed the mood now. You know what I'm saying? But when I paid attention to my sister in the space that I'm at now, and me and her, I had a little falling out. I'm like, Dag, so you really wasn't happy for me. And I remember coming to her, speaking to her about it, because I was like, that really made me feel away. I'm like, damn, me and you ain't never had no issues. I can expect that from our mom, but not from you. And she gave me some, answer like, oh well, you know, you know how mommy is, and I ain't feel like hearing her mouth when you leave, and this and that. I'm just looking like, but so what? Like, you should want to celebrate me out loud anyway, regardless of how she feel and what she care. Cause me and you don't have no issue. So I swiped that, but y'all, it made me think about it when I was talking to my uncle, and I'm like, these folks, these people been not like me. You know what I'm saying? It is crazy because y'all, I promise you, I never did nothing to nobody. Like in my family, I promise you, I never did nothing to nobody. I always just tried to help, but I just always been a villain in the family, and that's fine. It is what it is. I don't care, but I'm just saying, like me having to look at it now, I'm like, damn, y'all just ain't give me nothing. When I talk about I have barely been celebrated in life, I mean, I could count on my fingers. People been crazy, but I didn't really feel that jealousy, like the jealousy part of it all until maybe later on in life. I started looking back, like, damn, people might have been right. It might have been a whole jealousy thing. But again, as a family member, I don't understand what you're jealous for. It's nothing to be jealous about. I'm not even boastful or nothing. I just be playing the background. But what I had to realize is it really be the spirit in them people. Like it's no hard feelings towards my mom, no hard feelings towards my sister. But I just noticed what I noticed. And at the end of the day, I'm at the point where I'm being more mindful of these things because that was crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. That was very crazy. But God has been opening my eyes, so I appreciate that alone for me to be able to recognize it at the surface. Because at that time I didn't really recognize it, but now I am. So, but yeah, this is the finished look. I did wind up doing another lip because I didn't like that, but yeah, y'all, my makeup came out so good. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will definitely see y'all in another video. Thank you for watching, and I'll insert the picture of the lippy that I did use.